fast, and got all the balance. The traits of Bruce Lee is unbelievable, outstanding. I mean, the punching power, the short distance where he can catch you with an uppercut, right hand, spin off with a roundhouse kick, and jump up side kick. Bruce Lee was the best of all times in the martial art realm. Referring, you can't create a world of being the best without learning how to be the best. He learned so much for Ivan Hitman. Ivan Hitman gave this man so many scenarios how to throw a kick, right hand, slide to the left, slide to the right, knowing the balance of the fight game. And he did so well with it. I mean, he was a natural. A kid became one of the greatest martial artists in the world. Amazing, very outstanding. And he knew the grand tour of being a martial arts. It was in his blood, you know. I'm a Hitman went so hard on him, you know, when the I'm a Hitman in China and then got taken on by the Japanese. I'm a Hitman beat most of the whole army by itself and came through farther levels of deceit. And more deceit and deception was in the air. Bruce Lee became a modern hero along with Iron Hitman being his student. Iron Hitman was already a hero saving China. They'll stop the secret of anybody stealing Bruce Lee shine or Kung Fu. Yes, the Chinaman, Bruce Lee, many more forms of fighters. They had to stop that because his shine was dull to the fact that he was not being reiterated, we love to say, of his martial arts. They wanted him to learn everything about Ivan Hitman and his magical skills of martial arts. So he killed the Chinaman, and he had many guns. I mean, not Chinaman, Japanese. He had so many guns in the face for the Japanese empire. They came in, they tried to take over China a long time ago, and they fought. And the funny part is, he was the greatest martial artist in the world. I mean, him in at the time, he was beating all of them. How can you hit a man over 100 times and less than seconds and saying you're not the best? You got to be a Lulu for Cocoa Pops if you don't understand what we're saying. We're saying a fighter of different proportion. I mean, Hitman. I mean, Hitman was a expert in hitting you in pressure point. Everything he throw, he hit you in pressure points. So the people was looking on at Ivan Hitman like, wow, he was a freak. Yes, the people just looking at him like, who the hell is this? He was fighting like he all the martial artists respect him. He walked around in China. Yeah, that's right, China. And that's what happened. And they took over there. He had no guns. They came in and took over. And the city started getting worse. And they said, you know what? With these people with a bad history and destroying everything in China and guns in their face, things started getting uphill. They was labor slaves of their own country from the Japan army, wanting to take over the refuge. They put in, they put a lot of force on the Chinese. So the Chinese was working, and he seen Iron Hitman. He wanted Iron Hitman to teach him martial arts. So you look at these great skills Bruce Lee had. They are amazing. Not Bruce Lee. Yeah, Bruce Lee also, but we're talking about his master, IP Man. So IP Man had a beautiful wife, kids, right? In his statement, he's was angry with his people. He fought many forms of people do martial arts. But Iron Hitman was the best doing it. You know, and IP Man beat a lot of guys and could have killed a lot of them. And one person he killed the sergeant of the Japanese Empire with many blows. Hit him all in his chest. He finally killed the Japanese Empire Army, the general. You know, learn hand to hand combat, want to know the secrets of Chinese. He wouldn't give it to him, but he won. And when he knocked him out and killed him, you had a big war going on. They finally fought back. They shot Ivan Hitman. He still lived it, but he just had a bullet in him. But they fished the bullet, and then his wife had been in more forms, helped him do great things. That's what happened with Ivan Hitman. And that's another story block. But we got part three coming up. We're gonna go all dimensions of Bruce Lee. Make sure you stick in and you tune in for the realest fighter ever did it. Take care.